Hi there, it's Debbie with the Pick and Coop Farmhouse, or Farmstead, excuse me. Pick and Coop Farmhouse is my craft business, sorry. This morning, I already have showed several videos on how to make kombucha, how to make your SCOBY, how to flavor your kombucha, but this morning I'm doing something a little bit different as far as the F2, which is the second fermentation. I'm going to try something that I read about on Pinterest. I wish I could remember the gal's name where I saw it. I did not save it, unfortunately. But type it in grapefruit, rosemary flavored kombucha, and it should pop up. So it sounds kind of weird, but I have these beautiful, let me show you, these beautiful grapefruits. They need to be used up. I saved one more for eating, but I've cut up two, and then I went and I cut a very large sprig. I don't know how much it's going to take. A little bit of rosemary goes a long way. I just cut it in half. So I'm going to put that, I washed it, put it in my jar, and then I'm going to use my grandmother's juicer, hand juice these guys. I thought about cutting them in slices and just throwing them in there, but I didn't know how well it would do with the pith and everything. I'm going to fish out the seeds, pour that in. I figured both of these, hopefully I won't have to use my last one. Just hand squeeze them all. There we go. No seeds in there. I do want the pulp, just because I like that. I say I eat all the fruit that I ferment in my kombuchas, just because it's so good for you. And I've had my tea brewing with my SCOBY in it. It usually takes about, in my kitchen in the wintertime, I like it at about 3 days. These tiny little seeds, I'm going to keep in here. They're not going to bother a thing. So I got one more. I think this is going to be about perfect. These guys are pretty darn juicy. You probably don't want to sit here and watch me juice all these, but then again, as always, I will save all of these peels to make my cleaners with the vinegar. Okay, now I'm going to move over my kombucha brew. I like to stir it all up. I'm going to use, let's see, I'll just use this big guy. I have to kind of push down my SCOBY. I need to tear apart my SCOBYs yet. It just keeps making more and more and more, which is a wonderful thing. And it's pretty fizzy. I can see the fizzes. I don't know that you can see it. I like to taste it just right. I don't like it too vinegary. So hold on, and we're going to pour this. All right, so the trick is to pour it in here without making a mess, which I never, ever accomplish. And then we are going to let this sit for about 2 or 3 days, and then it'll be ready to drink. So here we go. You always want to save at least 10% of your original kombucha juice, which, there we go, a little bit more. So in a gallon jar, I save about that much. Then I put my cloth back over with the rubber band. Put this back off to the side. As you can see, this is very fizzy and juicy. Then I'm going to put a cloth over this. I forgot that. Hold on. Right, so clean cloth goes over that. And try to use cotton if you can. All natural is always better. I don't know if these are linen or cotton. They're vintage napkins is what they are. You can use a coffee filter. You can use whatever you like. So now, as you can see, this is bubbly. I'm going to swish it around gently. I should have saved my stirring stick for this, but that's okay. And then this is going to percolate for probably about 3 days. That's where I get them in the winter, sometimes faster in the summer. Then when this is ready, then I will leave everything in there. I might fish out the rosemary. It depends on how strong it is by the time it gets done. And if I have just fruit in there, then I always leave the fruit in so I can have a little bit when I drink my kombucha, eat the fermented fruit. It's really tasty. Sounds kind of gross, but it's very tasty and it's very good for you. So once it gets done though, then I just put my lid back on. Then it goes in the refrigerator. And then I usually go through about a gallon, I'd say maybe in a week, week and a half. And it's good in your fridge that whole time. So if you have any questions, just put them in the put them in the comments. So this is what's known as the F2, the second fermentation. This is how you flavor your kombucha. You can use any fruit you want. I was very curious about being able to use citrus, and I thought if I can use citrus, because I've seen orange vanilla, and I was always afraid to do the orange vanilla just because of the fact that my homemade vanilla has alcohol in it. I guess you could set it out for a while and let the alcohol dissipate. But the one gal I watched was doing, and of course I can't remember her name, she did the Watkins pure vanilla, and it has alcohol, and she put it in right out of the bottle. So I thought the alcohol might kill your kombucha, but I don't know. She says it's wonderful. It tastes like a creamsicle. So anywho, that is food for thought as well. So thank you so much for watching, subscribing, commenting, and sharing my channel. God bless you all. Bye-bye.